see my knees go weak, trying to keep it together.
Hey girl, I never ever thought we'd be, I never ever thought I'd see. Then I saw your smile. Oh, we can go across the oceans and see the world tonight. Oh, say hello to the mountains and watch the new sunrise. But no matter what the country, the city, the street, by land or by sea, together forever is my favorite place to be.
Ciao, Tiki. Back soon. Ciao, Richie. Daddy back soon. So today we got part 2 of the ghost ship story. Supposedly the abandoned boat, you guys remember the abandoned sailboat, the ketch that was recovered at sea. It looks like the captain that brought it in has got it ready to take back to Panama. So I'm anxious to see what that looks like, how much has been done inside. Apparently they have the motors working, or one of the motor at least working, something like that, and getting ready for departure. So as far as I know, our agent Julian is on board with the Capitán de Puerto, port captain, and he's here to inspect the vessel to make sure that it is safe to go to sea. So we're going to see if they're here and how that's going. Hey David,
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Doing less.
Todo bien?
Yeah, everything okay.
Julian aquí?
Huh?
Julian here?
No, not as yet.
Oh, nobody here yet?
No.
No Puerto Capitán?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He said 8 o'clock, but he don't hear us yet. So.
That's what I figured. I saw the extra boat there, so I didn't know if that was him.
I don't know. I prepared to receive him.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so nobody on board yet, which I kind of figured, but wasn't sure. But I thought I'd come over and check at least. But yeah, Julian, I just got a message. Julian is on shore, it sounds like. Just waiting for the port captain to arrive. And I imagine they'll need a ride out here, so I'll go over and see if they need a lift. Julian!
Yes, sir. How are you doing, Captain?
Good morning, sir.
Okay, sir.
How you doing? Everything
okay?
good? Everything good?
Yes, waiting for Castilla.
Oh, you're not here yet?
You're not here yet. For we go to the Vanet.
At the Vanet, so
Also, those guys here going to leave to Rotan.
Okay.
So we'll make, this is Rick. So Rick Moore.
Hi, Rick.
Hi, nice to meet you. Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
Sophisticated lady.
This is Bill. He's the captain. I'm Terry.
Nice to meet you. Well, you guys just arrived, or?
No, been here a couple of days.
From Sunday.
Oh, okay, okay.
From Sunday.
Yeah, we're getting ready to leave. We need to take on fuel.
Yeah, okay. Bringing it into the marina?
Right here, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the guy, Torito.
Oh, that's what Tito's getting ready with the lines, I see. Okay.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool, cool.
Yes, and so I will
right.
have immigration at 9, but Javier told me that he will, in 20 minutes he will
You
be
mean
here.
Castillo's late? What's going on with that?
Sir?
You mean Castillo is late?
Yeah, Castillo's late. From
Island time?
from 8 o'clock, he's supposed to be here.
You've never done that, have you, Julian? A little bit of island time in there?
Yes, sir.
I know, that's how it works here. This is Capitan Castilla, and part of his job as port captain entails inspecting vessels of, let's say, questionable integrity to make sure they are seaworthy before they issue a clearance certificate for the vessel to leave the island. Okay, back on the ghost ship, Julian. Still got some cleaning to do, huh?
Yeah, not thinking about all the rubbish that was down here and by the boat was drifting all those times.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything was just upside down.
Stuff everywhere.
Yeah. And I didn't know that the hull is iron.
Yeah.
And outside it's gel coat or like a putty or something like that.
A big heavy steel boat.
Yeah.
She used to be a beauty.
Oh yeah.
Huh? The electricity.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, she's a little more clean than the last time.
That's it.
Let's remove some of the damaged areas.
Oiga.
Hey,
Ah,
Wi-Fi.
bien.
Hola a todos.
¡Oh!
Carlos!
Mister, bien. Aquí bien, viendo para aprendiéndolo.
Motor bien?
Muchachos. Todo bien, las baterías.
Battery discharge.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Wow.
They got lights.
No, so say battery discharge.
Uh-oh.
We have damn heavy engine.
Yeah, we got electricity on the boat at least anyway. Boy, boy. Wow. Smells really bad in here.
Yes. Humidity.
Floor is still slippery from diesel fuel.
Oh shit.
It's a souvenir
Few
shirt
words
for you. It's a souvenir shirt for you. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to touch those. They might have some disease on them.
Yes. Wow.
Look at this stuff up there. We noticed that last time. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't touch it. I don't know. It's like something growing there.
Bacteria, fungus.
Horrible. Yeah, this boat needs some serious attention. Wow, smells really bad here. So these are the batteries, but they're discharged.
This battery is new. I think so.
Yeah, it looks like a good place to have the battery sit for sea.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. First impressions, it's a little sketchy. I don't think I'd want to be going to sea in this boat. What do you think, Julian? 250 miles at sea.
Wow, really, really.
I think,
hard.
yeah, it's
Handle. Really hard to handle.
piece of sail material
Yeah.
or a storage bag or something.
Let's see this quarantine flags.
Quarantine flag, yeah. I'm surprised. Look, they got power at the board. Yeah, this board is not looking great. I can't imagine being able to trust the electrical system on this boat at sea. As they say, whatever floats their boat. But it wouldn't be me taking this thing to sea, that's for sure.
Wow.
The whole floor is mush.
Mush. Yes, sir.
It's just like sponge.
Yes, sir.
Not good. find something good.
Not the thing is here. I don't think this is working either.
Oh, I doubt anything is working.
Wow.
I don't think he spent any time like actually fixing systems on the boat because he wasn't getting paid for that. He's just been getting it ready to take back to Panama and just get rid of it.
Yes.
He just wants to get it back to the owner and be done with it.
Yes, sir.
And I can understand why.
Mira, si compro la batería hoy, vamos para allá.
I want to buy two. Yeah, I want to buy two for
Okay, okay.
I have to buy whatever not, but my boy just come.
No problem, no problem. Ya no está, my boy. Listo, 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 listo. Line up off, line up off.
Exactamente, para que te hagas con este bote. ¿Qué motorcito vas a poner?
You guys sold?
Yeah, when I come back, we buy
Ah, okay, okay.
No, si es de remo, queda ahí a la deriva con tu remo.
No, con eso remo.
Costa Rica está ahí mismo. Sí, ahí lo pasamos. Como cada el toro.
No me voy a la casa, se quiere que me llame.
That little boat that's there, when we were here 2 years ago, there was another boat like that anchored behind us over here. And in a big squall, it broke loose and went back in the wrecks and sank.
It's the same one. It's the same one.
Which one?
It's the same one that beside the road.
Oh,
alongside the shore.
He brought it up?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I thought it might have had a mast on top of the deck, but maybe not.
No. I received that boat 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys, 2 Colombian guys, come from Nicaragua with the boat with the mast brake.
Yeah.
And the other day, the following day, they went to Colombia. And from that time,
Left the boat
here. I didn't take responsibility on that boat because I have never have instruction for do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to go on board because they don't give me the authorization to go on board and tell me, okay, this is the boat, you can take care of it.
Yeah,
so I didn't go, so I leave the boat there, right? Contact them, and they didn't come back. So the boat stayed there and sunk.
Yeah, and after it was underwater for even a
Yes,
year, I think
yes,
it's fair
yes.
game. Anybody who brings it up, they own it, right?
Yes. Okay. All right, stay aboard.
Esta se mojó.
Ah,
La piel se le mojó.
La se le mojó.
no, se descargó porque ellos lo dejaron de nuevo. Hay que sacarle el tornillo que está abajo.
Sorry?
Nevesio Novaglia, no in Escapa.
Yeah, and he's the one who's going to help with sailing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's a well-experienced guy on it.
How's the sails? Have you checked? Are they in good condition?
Yeah, I checked them. It's only this time they short up the buttons. Some of the buttons I saw downstairs.
Uh-huh.
But we're going downwind, so it's
Yeah, you probably...
not so much important to use it. And well, they didn't even have on the sheet line on the mainsails, on the jigger.
Mm-hmm.
They had everything just pulled down and tie up. So like these guys didn't know nothing about sailing.
Okay.
The clutch, they had the cover for the aisle for the clutch. They put a piece of fucking cloth like that. So after that get wet, the clutch suck it down there, bro.
Oh shit.
So that jammed the fucking disc.
Okay.
And they had a cable from the battery go down there to a bilge pump, and the coupling from the shaft take it up.
Yeah, I saw that last
Underneath
time.
the sheet line went overboard, and the prop take it up.
Take it up.
They was planning to drive by engine from Panama to United States, fuck 1,000 miles.
Oh shit.
They didn't know fucking about sailing. See?
Right. Yeah,
And
they abandoned
didn't
ship, all the
supposed to
sails were
abandon these
down,
guys,
tied
They
up.
couldn't go into Honduras or Guanaja or one of those islands, or Swan Islands, anywhere about up there if they didn't know to sail. Fuck, my engine went out, I'm gonna use my sail, I got the tack.
Right.
I going upwind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently they didn't even get 1 day out. And they ran,
And you can see they didn't have no experience.
but you know, they left on the same day that potentially the hurricane was coming.
Yes,
We're like,
that was very crazy.
what were you thinking
I was in
leaving that day
Cartagena, I
the
take a
first
boat
place?
from here to dry dock Cartagena. I take like 4 days and a half. My engine, my engine was very bad.
Uh-huh.
So I had a 25-foot launch towing with me, emergency. So I had to tie the launch beside me and drive like 120 miles with sheep so I could reach. I planning to go home to Providence. I have all my properties and my mom leave for me up there.
Yeah, we love
my
it up
father
there.
living in Australia. I have like 92 years now.
The last trip I had up there was just to review the damage and the progress in rebuilding.
Okay.
So I've been up a couple of times since the hurricanes, but not since last March.
You see this one underneath Cuba? Yesterday I looked at it. It's building up to go to the Mexico Gulf.
Oh, I've been studying just, but I haven't seen that one develop yet, no.
It's like a low pressure there, but I say fuck, you move a little bit more now and get that little cold.
Well, I know, and these other guys are at the dock right now planning to leave for Roatan this weekend.
Oh.
Like,
It's better they wait that fast before they're up.
I'm thinking that's not a good idea.
Yeah, because,
Oh, is he still working on getting a battery?
well, he went and looked some new batteries, look like. Because he using dry batteries was about here. They had it 4 days charging them to revive them.
Yeah.
And
The batteries that were on the boat?
we didn't find the switch for the ceiling lights, the cabin lights.
Mm-hmm.
And we leave it on. And when we come back, that was on Friday, and when we come back here Monday, fuck, the batteries died.
Just
So
from sitting.
He take 2 batteries for his boat and come here and we start her up, change oil yesterday.
Is the alternators working when the engine's
Well,
running?
They fixed the alternator also. Well, when we tried to start the engine, she was kind of like stick.
Sigan caminando, vamos en contacto.
Gracias, Gasti.
Just so he might start the
La
information.
idea es para el viernes, el sábado.
Ajá.
Pero es sábado temprano.
No hay problema.
To take the day run from soon
Trabajan
in the
hoy que es
morning.
jueves, mañana viernes,
Ajá.
el sábado
Yes,
ya.
Sunday at Sunday.
Okay.
Plan about 20-22 hours.
Okay. So you will make the trial today or tomorrow?
Today,
All right.
you give us orders to make the trial today.
Good.
We went and get the battery so we can start
Si
the
queda
engine.
listo hoy, perfecto.
And we're going to
Ya
get a run
mañana
into the channel here.
la provisión.
Try her out.
Y el,
You're just gonna do a test in the channel?
Yes, sir.
se van con el señor el sábado. Conserva.
You will not leave on Saturday, ¿no?
I don't think so. I haven't seen any good enough weather yet.
Todavía él no se va todavía.
Él está esperando que haya
Que
más
haya
viento.
más viento.
We're waiting for wind to sail.
Okay.
Because we have a brand new engine, so I don't want to be stuck motoring the whole way in case something happens with the engine.
Okay.
We end up stuck out there for days with no wind. So we're just going to wait till we
Recomendación era que
have...
se fueran
con
con
ellos,
ellos en
wind.
conserva.
Okay.
Claro, para que usted lo asistiera en caso de una novedad.
But we are ready to leave. We're on standby. We're just waiting for wind. That's
For
it.
wind.
Yep.
Y de acuerdo al pronóstico, cuando hay buen tiempo para tu zarpe.
You see, according to the weather report, what you see if any wind is estimated around the area to transit down.
Yeah, I don't see anything. We got maybe 10 to 12 knots starting to come up later this week. But it's just pockets of
Dice que
wind.
toda esta semana que entra es 10, 12, 10, 12. A mí me sirve. Yo puedo arriar todas mis velas. It's good for me. I can hoist all my sails.
Okay.
But he want to sail
Él necesita
because
más.
él dice que tiene una máquina nueva. Entonces no quiere andar con máquina.
Sí,
Y
todo el-
después se
todo el
jode la
trayecto.
máquina y después queda trancado sin viento.
O sea, y el viento que hay no le favorece. Los 12,
He said if this 10 and 12 knots bridge is not good for you to cross
la velocidad
over.
del viento de
It's too slow. We'd only be doing...
Doing like 4 or 5.
Yeah, we'd be doing 4 or 5 knots. If I get 15, because we're going downwind, don't forget.
Right.
So if the wind is coming north of east, which is typical, we're going to be going super slow in 10 to 12 knots. If you're going to Linton Bay, you're going to have more of a beam reach. I'm going to Bocas. We're going to be almost dead downwind.
Right, dead down.
Me, I like to see 15 to 16 knots, and then we can do at least 5, 6 knots.
5, 6 knots.
Dice con viento de 15 a 16, 20 nudos, sirve bastante.
He will make now the report. He will give the others to the port
Traffic
control,
control.
traffic control, to make a trial, and also after the trial, make a statement that in similar or good condition to sail to go to Panama, at least.
Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to check out the boat when it's motoring down the channel.
Okay. Okay.
Be interesting to see, just to hear the engine,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Is that okay for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. That'd be fun.
Right.
I've been watching this boat for so long, waiting to see what was going to happen.
Let's when you try and go in, don't try to pass this side of that red buoy. You have 3 feet of water there, right? This red buoy here.
Yeah, how much
Very
depth is
shallow.
this? What's the draft?
This draft is about 6 to 7 feet.
Okay, you're okay. But stay down the middle here.
Yeah, and then you take the
Keep that red marker well to your port side as you come around and then go into the channel.
Right.
And you'll be okay. With 6, 7 feet, you're okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm 6 feet.
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet, and we always have at least 2 to 3 feet typically under us.
Right.
So you should be good. But go slow just in case, otherwise you're going to be sitting there for a long time.
Right. Yeah. Now I'm going to try out very slow.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, Cap.
I'll see you in a bit, huh?
All right. Julian, coming back what?
Yeah.
You want to pack this man?
All right. That one.
Boston.
All right.
Blue one.
Blue one.
So, the decision of the port captain was that if they could get the engine running and motor the boat several times up and down the channel to illustrate seaworthiness, that he would issue them a Zarpy to leave the island for Panama. But as it turns out, the reason they couldn't start the engine was not due to dead batteries. I got a call a couple hours later from the captain that even with new batteries, it just would not crank over. So they took the heads apart and discovered there was a bunch of bent rods. So unfortunately, the ghost ship is not going anywhere today. And based on this new information, I think it's most likely that we will be leaving before the ghost ship. But I'll keep you updated if anything changes, and in the meantime, we are just waiting for wind to make our departure. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Back at our list of exciting last-minute projects today. Getting ready for the trip to Panama. This one's not really a fun one. What are we doing, Uncle Thomas?
We're trying to lubricate the shaft. It sounds bad, but that's actually what we do.
That sounds really bad.
Yeah.
The grease is here. And open.
You ready? Yeah. Here in the grease.
Right there. Is it open?
Yeah.
You don't hear too much water.
Oh yeah.
A lot of water?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's no worries. We got this. I'll try to give you more light, but not easy. Pan. We are taking in water.